What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P back with all the news of week 4 of the preseason and year number 6, and boy, how have the tides changed. Throughout the first 2 preseason games, I was incredibly worried about our bench, both offensively and defensively. Our bench wasn't looking good at all, to the point where I was considering releasing a lot of players and just signing people in free agency, whether it be vets or maybe a rookie thrown in here or two. I was worried if an injury were to happen in the regular season. I did not know if our bench would be able to respond. I feel like the injury to Devin Golden last year kept us out of the playoffs, as Casey Dobbs really did not perform in Golden's absence. And I was worried that if we were to get another major injury across either the offense or defense, I didn't think the bench would be able to step up and it could potentially keep us out of the playoffs again. However, over the last 2 preseason games, our team has looked incredible. I have been so happy with our bench. They've proven that they belong in the NFL, that they're worthy of a Crusader jersey. And things are looking good, man. I'm stoked over those last 2 wins. Granted, the Giants was a little bit skewed. We had the whole glitch where Nick Folk quarterbacked 3 quarters for them, the kicker, where we saw him throw 5 interceptions. But still, you know, it's our offense too, and our offense looked incredible, putting up 35 points. So today we're going to look at all of our preseason stats. As you see, we finished 3-1. We're going to check out our preseason stats and fix our lineup for the regular season. And I am thinking about a change, guys, and it's a difficult suggestion to make, but it's something we might end up doing. You know, we did make our cuts. We cut Marmarosa and Snelling. And I was a little bit concerned about those cuts with Sherman. Sherman really didn't show much at all until that last game. He had thrown 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and then last game we're like, you know what, let's give him time. Let's see what he can do. We gave him 3 quarters to work with, and he threw 3 touchdowns. The only interception that he threw was a Hail Mary at the end of halftime, I believe. So definitely a great game from him. I made the right decision to go with him, and I was very, very pleased with what we got. Throughout the preseason, Stuart Denny really didn't play a whole lot. I honestly think he played a smidge, like 1 quarter and 1 pass. That's about all we got from him. We didn't want to risk him getting hurt, and you know, he played solid. 102.3 quarterback rating. He moved the team down the field. I think we ran in a touchdown on his first drive in the first preseason game, so he didn't get a touchdown pass there, but he definitely led the team down the field. Reginald McElroy, definitely a monster game number 2 from him. 99.5 quarterback rating throughout the preseason. Who would have thought this would be his number at the end of the preseason after those first 2 games? 342 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And then Prenis Sherman, 61.4 quarterback rating, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The week number... What week? I think it was week number 2 was a pretty bad week for Sherman there. And he got 2 of those interceptions then, but after that, you know, we were definitely solid moving forward. Running the ball, Weisler Moats definitely stepped it up. I mean, granted, look, 4 yards isn't good, and if we're to have an injury to Devin Golden, we're definitely not going to be happy with the production loss as we saw last year. Do I think Moats is better than Casey Dobbs? I don't know. You know, Dobbs has shown flashes of being a great player, and then he turns around and when it really mattered, when we really needed him, he didn't really perform well. Jesus King, same way. He doesn't have a great carrying attribute, but he's capable of blowing up huge plays. And that's why he's probably going to remain our number 2 guy. Now, we need to improve his carrying. I can't go into the regular season with him getting a lot more carries than he would have otherwise. Again, remember, we're raising our fatigue level because I want to get the bench more involved. I want the bench roles to play huge parts in this team. I don't want to see the starters on the field every single play. I want to see the bench guys out on the field, and I want to see if they can make plays. That's what this franchise is all about, and that's how we found some stars in our franchise throughout the seasons. Shakir Gayton being one of them, actually. You know, he was not a starter when we first got him, if I remember correctly, but he kind of worked his way up there to a 12 touchdown season last year. But Moats improved with every preseason game. After week 1, I was concerned. After week 2, I was considering cutting him. Week 3 and week 4, he came out and got better with each game. So I definitely like to see the improvement that he showed. King, again, we're pretty happy with him. Kason Dobbs, we need to find a role for him. What we might do is move Moats, who is 249 pounds, to the backup fullback spot. That's what I'm considering doing. Wide receiver wise, we didn't see a whole lot, except from Julius Baker. Where did this guy come from? 4 touchdowns in the last 2 preseason games. 3 of them were bombs down the field, something I've really wanted to add to the game. I feel like in the regular season, when we're going up against number 1 corners and not backup corners, that play gets intercepted more times than not. That's why you don't typically see me throw it to Keyston Mack, who fits that role perfectly at 6'4" and speed. But that route tends to get intercepted a lot. But Baker made it happen, man. And part of me is considering replacing Baker, putting Baker in the lineup for Cross on the depth chart. Now, Cross is very reliable, but I don't know, man. How can I have Baker as the 5th wide receiver when he gives that kind of production? You know, he's not taking over Keyston Mack or Yakov Moody. He's not taking over Shakir Gayton. So that's something to think about. I haven't made a decision yet, but we're going to the lineup soon, and I'll make the decision there. Dundrekus Clay? I forget how we're saying this one. He also had a touchdown, only 1 catch for 3 yards. But he did get a touchdown. It was nice to see the rookie kind of step up there. Defensively, Spike's leading the way, Okafor there. I was really impressed with Deshae Campbell. 2 interceptions, 1 sack, a fumble forced. I was pretty concerned about this role coming into the regular season, but he definitely stepped up. McCray got 4 sacks throughout the preseason. Hickman with 2, Mack with 2, Dion Ware with 2, Femi Francois with 2, Campbell and Holmes each with 1. Interceptions, Campbell with 2. Spikes, Mitchell, Roy Harris, another player, you know, he kind of stepped up. What stands out to me is his 3 tackles for a loss. One thing that makes Khalil Mack so deadly is when a running back tries to run an outside route, Khalil Mack's always there and they lose yards. And the fact that Roy Harris did that, really, it's the first time we've seen that from the other outside linebacker spot. Now, Zeke Hickman has 3 of those as well, but 2 of those are sacks, which we love. But I like a guy who's good against the run, too, and I feel like Harris is pretty good against the run. That said, we didn't see a whole lot from Bola Asante, and the reason for that is that he was starting, so he really only played 1 quarter. But we're going to go into the regular season with Bola Asante. But if we don't see a lot from Bola Asante early on, we're going to switch it up and we're going to go with Harris, because I was really, really pleased with what he gave us, including getting that interception. You know, he made a nice interception there, so I was thrilled with that. Kicking, Chuck Vaughn. He did have 1 miss, and that 1 miss was in a game with like a 10 to 13 mile an hour wind, in which he hit it off the crossbar, a long of only 48. But we really didn't see Gostkowski kick a field goal over 50 yards last year, to my knowledge. So overall, I'm pretty happy with what Chuck Vaughn gave us. He might not be as good as Gostkowski right off the bat, but I definitely like the potential he gives us. Kick returns, we didn't see a whole lot from this. Julius Baker, again. You know, Baker coming through, leading our team and kick return average. This is a guy that made plays in the preseason. I told you guys in the very first episode, I don't care about ratings. The only thing I care about is results. Chris Owusu from our Jaguars series had the worst ratings on the team, but he was the best player. So that's something to keep an eye on. But it's time to set our regular season lineup here. Stuart Denny, actually, let's auto reorder it first, and then we'll go through and make our changes. Stuart Denny going to be the starter, obviously. Despite McElroy's good preseason, Stuart Denny's our guy. That's not changing. We'll end that debate right here and now. Devin Golden going to be the running back. Backup, we're going to go with Jesus King. Kason Dobbs will hold on to this 3rd string spot for now, and that's because we're going to put Moats as the backup fullback. Which, you know, the more I look at it, Kason Dobbs actually Kason Dobbs ranks as well as a backup fullback as he does running back. So never mind. Again, I haven't made these decisions yet. Because Moats drops from a 62 to a 55, whereas Kason Dobbs remains a 72. So Dobbs is going to be the backup fullback there. Wide receiver, Keyston Mack, number 1. Yacob Moody, number 2. I kind of want to change this around. And the reason that I kind of want to change this around is I feel better. I feel more comfortable with the number 2 routes. Actually, I don't even know. Previous playbooks I felt that way. I'm still learning this new playbook we're trying out, guys. I haven't gotten a great feel for it yet. We'll keep it like this for now. Shakir Gayton going to be number 3. And here's the big change. You know, how do I keep Baker off the field after that? How do I, like, he played incredible. We need to give him his opportunities. Chase Cross, who, again, he's earned it too. We have 5 guys that I really want to be on the field right now. And I think Chase Cross still will be. With this new playbook that we have, he's still going to be getting quite a lot of opportunities. And if Baker doesn't perform, we have Chase Cross right there to replace him. So it's really not a big deal. We're going to put Chauncey Green as the backup tight end. I definitely want to get him more involved this season. We didn't use him near as much as I would have liked to last year. And it's weird not having Marcel Reese on this team, huh? Offensive line, we're pretty comfortable with that. Shelby Harris, obviously there. McCray had a great preseason, though. So that's something to keep an eye on. McCown, we love McCown. Holmes and Gibson going to be there. Gibson, obviously a breakout season last year. What I'm thinking about, well, Zeke Hickman, obviously. You know, I mean, we just have a lot of linebackers I really like here. Let's just be honest. And look at this. I did auto reorder, and Raynard Ray is now the number 1 middle linebacker. Now, one thing everybody keeps telling me is, you need to start Brandon Spike, or you need to start Raynard Ray over Brandon Spikes. We've been running a 3-4 defense, guys. I mean, Raynard Ray has been on the field the whole time. He was second on our team in tackles last year, so that really had nothing to do with it. But we did auto reorder. We'll give Raynard Ray that number 1 spot now. You know, he's younger. It's his time to captain the defense, and that's where I want my captain at, is that middle linebacker spot. We feel pretty comfortable with him. We're going to go Ebola Asante here, and Roy Harris is going to be his backup. Isaac Comfrey going to be down there at number 3. And I like Zeke Hickman backing up over here. I know he's a right outside linebacker, but we definitely liked what he gave us last year. So we'll give him more opportunities. Now, they're saying to play Campbell over Sherman here. Campbell did have a great preseason. Their coverage ratings are, he's 1 down. It's not bad. He's got more confidence right now, judging by the fact that you see his, yeah, he's got a lot more confidence right now. 80 to 53 for Sherman. I was definitely planning on playing Sherman a lot more this year. I really was. But I feel like Deshae Campbell had a better preseason. You know, he struggled in week 1, but after week 1, he was arguably our best defensive player. So we're going to keep him here at number 3. Sherman is a guy that I think can be a star. You guys saw me throw all my experience points into him, all my hours into him. At this 4th cornerback spot, he is going to be playing a lot, guys. He's not on the bench. He'll be playing a lot. But until he proves that he can make big plays, you know, we saw more from Campbell. I care more about results than I do potential right now. We're going for a Super Bowl, and Campbell has been producing for us. We'll be okay with this. Now, do I want Okafor at that backup free safety spot? We could throw Campbell here. Boy, it's so weird how Campbell's so good at free safety, but so bad at strong safety. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with Campbell here too. And if we did that, maybe I could put Sherman there. Well, we'll keep it like this, because if Campbell's going to be starting at free safety, that just means Sherman's going to be moving up to number 3 anyway. Not starting, but filling in at free safety for Jimmy Mosley at times. So yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's check out what else we got. And I feel pretty comfortable, guys. I'm looking forward to this season. We're going to go with Baker here instead of Sherman this year. And that's because Sherman just tends to fumble the ball. Baker looked pretty good throughout the regular season. I don't want Shakir Gayton returning. I feel like once a player hits a certain status, they stop returning, and that's where I'm at. I feel like a 12 touchdown season from Gayton kind of has earned his right on the bench. 3rd down back, I kind of want to get somebody else involved here, but I don't trust anybody more than Devin Golden right now, so we're going to keep Devin Golden there. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button, because we are getting ready to head to year number 6. I'm stoked. I hope you guys are, and I will see y'all there. Later.